before kickoff here. Certainly will increase the speed of play this evening. As you see the tackles coming thick and fast already. It's Jihan with a nice touch away, earning a free kick for the Mighty Oak. Two unbeaten sides here in the NPSL Great Lakes Conference. Grand Rapids FC, 3 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw. The Mighty Oak, 4 matches, 3 wins, and 1 draw. Sitting on 10 points for the Mighty Oak and 7 for Grand Rapids FC, respectively there. Certainly looking to keep our eyes on a couple of the changes from the lineup Monday this past week in the Milk Cup. A couple of new faces in, more regular backline. Used to seeing Akumu back there. Turnbull, however, stays in the side. As you see Shakely winning the ball there. Good pressure early on from the Mighty Oak with Breitmeyer and Montoya. Ball comes out only as far as Ibarra. They'll drop it back. Jack Cawley looking long now down the left-hand side. Fortunately, due to the weather, that one skipping off the natural grass here at Cicluna Field. Good battle there in the middle from Cawley. Ball falls to Jordan Montoya, now coming down the left. He'll cut inside and look to switch the play. Misplaced there on the pass, though. Montoya featured towards the end of the match this past Monday, tucking the ball in the back of the net, but unable to see that goal stand. Unfortunately ruled for offsides. And Akumu now on the ball, looking into the middle for Shakely. Tough challenge in the middle there. And Grand Rapids come away with it. We'll certainly be looking for some continued form from this man here, Zadliadi, as he looks down the right-hand side for Kyle Breitmeyer. Breitmeyer with a shot into the side netting early on. Positive move there from the Mighty Oak going forward. The 2 Memorial Day goal scorers there, Breitmeyer and Liadi, linking up well down the right-hand side. As we know, Coach Rudlin likes to switch things up, a very fluid offensive lineup here between Liadi and Breitmeyer and Montoya. Any one of them can play in any position across the front line. There's Akumu coming away with it now. Looking long for Liadi on the right. Takes it down well, a little bit of a slip. Keeps possession though. Turnbull coming down the right-hand side now. Cuts it back onto his left. Good ball into the box from Turnbull. It's over everyone though. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Grand Rapids. Clearly a very positive start from the Mighty Oak here in this one. Looking to get on the front foot early here.
What?
Serge Gamwanya in the middle there. Also a starter on Monday. Retaining his spot in the side rather here for this one. Grand Rapids making moves down the right. Ball stays in play only as far as Cawley though. And between Gamwanya and Cawley, they're able to win it away. Now it's Montoya in for Breitmeyer. Gamwanya with the ball down the left-hand side, and it looks like Montoya is onside here. Center comes in. He was looking for Michael Shakely there in the box. Wasn't able to connect with him though. Good defense from Grand Rapids. All over the top. And in the end, it was Breitmeyer giving away the free kick there. Certainly got to be cautious with the tackles, both sides here this evening. And that natural grass, very slick from the rain. Certainly plays a little bit different than the artificial turf that many sides in the NPSL are accustomed to. As you see, about 4 in the box now for Grand Rapids. Free kick taken quickly though. Ball coming into the mix now. Novotny reading it all the way. Sure hands from the goalkeeper. back in the starting 11 here for this one. Got a bit of a break on Monday. Tito Jimenez stepping in. Doing well, had a solid performance there, did Tito. Ibarra looking to spray it out wide for Gian. Now it's Montoya. Gian on the overlap. Fighting well. Still Serchan now. And he goes all the way back for Ibarra, back to Jack Cawley. Cawley and Akumu, a strong central partnership there at the back. Ball deflects out. Looks like it'll be a corner kick here for the Mighty Oak. We're just about 6 minutes into this one. Good early opportunity for the Mighty Oak to use some of that height to their advantage. And you look across the line between Akumu and Cawley, Shakely, Ibarra. Certainly some tall players as you see Ibarra sitting on the top of the box there, maybe for a late run. Ball comes into the mix now. Akumu rises. Only as far as Liati. Going to play it back in. It's out for a throw in here. Turnbull dropping it back for Surge now. Well, he saw Breitmeyer in the box, didn't connect. Ibarra looks to put it back out to the right-hand side. It's Liati taking it down well with the chest. Back for Turnbull. Looking into the box. Not able to beat the first defender there with that one. Back in down the right. Looks like it'll stay in play. Liati putting it into the middle. And Grand Rapids come away with it here. Pressure's not gone yet, though. Still a throw-in for the Mighty Oak. You see everybody, all the outfield players up in Grand Rapids half here. Kumu trying to win there. It's Cawley to sweep clear. And now the pressure lifts a little bit. So we start to see some of the clouds dissipating a little bit. Ball coming down the left now. Cross into the box, Novotny. The sure hands. Ibarra looking to lead the break here now. Opts to slow it up instead. He'll switch it back out to the right for Turnbull. Stephen Turnbull had an excellent match on Monday as well. Sees another start for this one here. A couple of late changes to the lineup for the Mighty Oak means some guys are looking to make an impression, getting a more extended run in the team. Throw and taken quickly there by Turnbull. And it's Akumu on the ball now. He looks to send one long to the left side of the box for Montoya. A little bit too long for him, though. Montoya certainly looking to get involved in this one early on here. Came on as a substitute Monday for Alec Lasinski, who had quite the performance. Lasinski, given the rest for this one, starts this match on the bench. Free kick now for the Mighty Oak, just inside the half. Looks like it'll be Ibarra. Leave it for Akumu, rather, to take. Quickly squared for Cawley. He's looking again for Montoya. They're trying to use the channels there, but it's given away. In the end, Serchan Chihan gives away a free kick. Not too happy about that one, but certainly caught the Grand Rapids player on the ankle there. Well, he's going to have his hands full. Both of the wingbacks will here this evening. Between Turnbull and Chihan. Getting up and getting involved in the attack. And the track back as well. Off Chihan, it'll be a Grand Rapids throw in now on this right-hand side. Rain starting to slow up a little bit. Certainly will ease things somewhat for the players here. So it looks like Grand Rapids will look to take this one long and try and put the throw-in into the box. Well, 5 in there for Grand Rapids. Here comes the throw. Breitmeyer's muscled off it, falls to the top of the box. Still involved. In the end, it's Shakely heading clear for Breitmeyer. Shoulders it down nicely for AZ. Again, Akumu looking for that long diagonal ball for Montoya. Headed clear quite comfortably in the end. Jack Cawley with some time now on the ball. Ball comes off of Jahan there. It'll be a throw-in. Again, we've certainly become accustomed to seeing that this season. Mighty Oak looking to exploit teams going down the wings. A good amount of success early on here. Montoya with the pressure. Only as far as Jahan in the middle now for Serge. He looks to switch it wide for Liati. As they run towards the touchline, it'll be out of play for a Grand Rapids throw-in. Again, we're seeing some high pressure here. About 12 minutes into this one from the Mighty Oaks. Certainly not allowing Grand Rapids a ton of time on the ball at the back. Kumu going back the other way. Cawley gives it right back to him. Looking down the right. Turnbull doing nicely to win possession back. And now it's Grand Rapids on the break looking to get in behind. Ball does fall for the striker there. Jahan back doing his defensive duties. And avoids the corner kick as well. Well defended by the German there. Certainly didn't have size to his advantage in that matchup. Was able to sneak in and win the ball off the Grand Rapids striker. In the end, the throw-in goes out. It will be a goal kick for Mike Novotny. Goal kick was taken short for Cawley. Not a lot of pressure at the moment on the Mighty Oak backline. Grand Rapids seeming content to just sit back and allow them some of that possession. 70 yards out from goal or so, understandably. Kumu looks to play it into the middle for Shakely now. Looking for the run of Breitmeyer up top was Akumu there with that ball. Didn't find him. Still the Mighty Oaks possession though. Ibarra plays it over the top going down the right looking for Liati. Giving chase in the corner there. In the end he did well to keep it in play. It was read though by Grand Rapids as the keeper comes to gather. Neither side really in the ascendancy yet. No clear-cut opportunities. Mighty Oak with a little bit more of the possession so far. The opening 15 minutes or so. And again, certainly to be expected. Speed of play with the ball on the ground, that slick grass, increasing things a little bit here. Shakely makes himself available and gets the throw in there. In for Montoya. Jahan was looking for Ibarra there, who got a little bit advanced. As you see Cawley and Shakely colliding. Shakely coming off the worst of the two Grand Rapids now making moves down the right-hand side. Akumu back to defend. Ball's deflected in the box. In the end, it's Gamwanya who clears. Breitmeyer looking to win. Gives the ball away, though. In the box for Grand Rapids. Takes a touch, the striker does. Back on his right foot. Ball rolls wide of goal. Dangerous opportunity there. Novotny went down early. In the end, it almost cost him. Striker for Grand Rapids couldn't keep it on frame. I believe it was Mark Ibarra back on the line as well, watching that ball roll out of play. Tough challenge coming in there on Montoya. Nothing particularly intentional there with that one. Just skidded across the grass and made a touch on Montoya. Free kick for the Mighty Oak on the halfway line. And it looks like Jack Cawley's going to take this one. Looks in for Montoya. Nice touch to keep possession. Shakely going to the other side. Kumu was looking for Breitmeyer there in the middle, but couldn't find him. And again, Grand Rapids looking to hit on a counterattack. Kumu under some pressure, plays it across the top of the box. And Novotny comes out and clears away. Gamwanya and Liati giving chase. Liati with the deflection. Surge doing well to win. Now the Mighty Oak are moving forward here. Liati coming down the right with the shot. It looks like it pinged off the bottom of that far post there. Good effort from Liati. Montoya was trying to keep it in play. In the end, it's a deep throw in for Grand Rapids. You see, that's the danger that Liati offers going down that right-hand side. Very quick player. Likes to get the ball out of his feet early and have a shot. Inches away from putting the Mighty Oak up 1-0 here at Cicluna Field. Kumu drops back for Novotny. And Novotny will play it out to the right for Turnbull. Ball dropped back for Novotny again. As you see, the Mighty Oak content in possession at the moment. Ibarra plays it across for Akumu. Shakely tucks in there. Wide for Turnbull, now back for Akumu. As you see, the center backs for the Mighty Oak certainly starting to get wider and try and start things going down either wing. Well, it was Liati giving away a free kick there. Just trying to get his foot on the ball. Came in with the studs a little high for the referee's liking. Good opportunity for Grand Rapids now to get some numbers forward. Free kick coming into the box. And Cawley left it as he heard Novotny making the call. Novotny did well to come out and gather. No real trouble there. Ball comes out to the left for Jihan. Takes a touch away from his defender there. Showing the speed from Jihan. Looks to play Montoya in down the left. Found his feet. Montoya couldn't sort it out though. And in the end, Montoya came off him last. It'll be a throw-in for Grand Rapids now. But you see a very clear directive for the AFC Ann Arbor men this evening here. Hold the ball, get it wide, look for space in the channels, and really try to attack Grand Rapids whenever possible. It's been a successful game plan for them so far this season. Ball comes out to the right-hand side for Turnbull, controlled nicely at chest height. Stephen Turnbull heading towards the end line, crossing into the box for Shakely, the header. It's in the back of the net. Michael Shakely gives AFC Ann Arbor the lead. Fantastic ball from Steven Turnbull to find him in the box. Just clipped it up, and Shakely made the most of his opportunity, burying the header in the back of the net on 20 minutes. AFC Ann Arbor with the lead here. As the rain stops in Ypsilanti, the sun comes out for the Mighty Oak here. 1-0. Again, it was Serge Gamwanya starting that one, winning the ball on the left-hand side and splaying it out to the right for Turnbull. He controlled it well, took it for the end line, played a beautiful cross into the box for Michael Shakely. He made no mistake about it. Pressure coming again right away from the kickoff here from the Mighty Oak. It was Breitmeyer and Shakely trying to make some moves. Always good to see an early goal for the Mighty Oak. Certainly won't change the game plan too much, as AFC have been on the ball quite a bit here. Seemed to be the tactic that Grand Rapids were sitting in and looking to hit on the counterattack. We'll see if that changes as this match progresses. Lazati reading the play. Isn't able to win the ball, though. Ibarra in the middle. Nice touch from Akumu to get away from the defender there, who was closing him down. Turnbull looking down the right, trying to find Liati. Ball stays in play. Liati was fighting for it. Thought he earned a throw in. In the end, it's for Grand Rapids, though. So you see the throw and go for Grand Rapids here, trying to put some men inside the Mighty Oaks half and release some of that pressure. Mighty Oak have been relentless so far in this first half. Akumu hoofs it clear. Again, you see any opportunity for the Mighty Oak to get those front 3 or 4 players pushed out a little bit. They certainly seem to be trying to take advantage of it. All coming back for Novotny as he pings a ball out to the left-hand side for Serchan Jihan. Brought it down well and plays it for Ibarra in space in the middle of the field. Ibarra with the ball, looking to find Breitmeyer. Saw that run potentially going in behind the Grand Rapids defense. Little too long, though. Read easily. Grand Rapids looking to play out, coming up the left now. Ball over everybody. Kumu handles it, dropping back for Novotny. Novotny plays it out to the halfway line. We've become accustomed to seeing Akumu and Cauley both on the ball quite a bit. Jihan cutting that one out. Here is Cauley now, looking for Shakely. The goal scorer, who had made a run up top, doesn't find him. But you certainly like that positive approach. Scuffed clearance, Shakely brings it down. Keeper was off his line, and Shakely saw that. Goes for goal, but the effort is pretty well wide, certainly not troubling anybody. Good presence of mind, though, from Shakely there. And hey, when you're on one, why not try and go for 2 in that scenario? You can certainly expect to see more shots coming in as well. Any opportunity to test either keeper from either side here this evening. Wet field, wet ball, potentially wet gloves. Shakely chipping it into the path of Montoya coming down the left. Great ball from Shakely. Montoya! He buries it in the back of the net. It's 2-0 AFC Ann Arbor. What a finish from Jordan Montoya. And it's that man, Michael Shakely, again. This time turn provider, Jordan Montoya. Excellent finish. Michael Shakely chipping it over, finding Montoya, who did extremely well to keep that ball under control on 25 minutes, slamming it into the top corner. It's 2-0 here for AFC Ann Arbor. Sun really shining down on this one now at Cicluna Field.
AFC Ann Arbor goal scored by number 6, Jordan Montoya.
Fantastic to see Montoya getting his goal here in this one. Scored his first goal for AFC Ann Arbor in the Milk Cup matchup, the first round, first leg I should say, against Oakland County FC. Was unlucky not to score on Monday this past week here. Gets his goal here today, and it was a strong finish with the left foot. We've seen Montoya cut in onto his right foot more often. This time he decided to stay wide, and boy, did he make the most of it. Cawley puts it out wide to the left now. Serjan Jihani's been an active man here on this left side. He looks to make some moves inside for Breitmeyer. Now back for Shakely. Goal and assist already 25 minutes in for Michael Shakely. Stephen Turnbull, also been involved, was provider for the first goal. Kumu goes square for Cawley. As Cawley looks to send it out for Liotti. Ball was long though. Liotti decided to leave it. Well, Akumu trying to step in on the midfield line. In the end, it's a Grand Rapids throw in. Turnbull playing that one into touch. Well, throw-in was taken quickly. Ref did not like the position there. Calls that one back. Be another throw-in here for Grand Rapids. Certainly something we've become accustomed to seeing over the years. Grand Rapids taking throw-ins long. Seeing a lot of joy and success off doing so. On a day like today, you never know. Throw-in turns into a real set-piece opportunity. Kamwanya looking to clear as the Mighty Oak try and press out now. Liotti stepping in and does well to win, keeping possession here. And Liotti was coming through there, looking for the free kick. Referee said no. So he waved it away strongly. Grand Rapids take possession now. Well, Akumu rises well to win that one. He certainly felt the full force of the fall. Rose over the top of the defender. Ended up landing on his back. He's back up now, though. Grand Rapids making some moves here. Akumu heads clear. And Breitmeyer now looking to unleash Jordan Montoya coming down the left-hand side. It's a foot race, but Montoya doesn't win it. See Shakely almost playing as a additional winger at times, really getting forward, trying to put the pressure on the Grand Rapids back line. Montoya dropping it in for Mark Ibarra. As Serge tries to spread it out to the right-hand side, but Turnbull's not able to deal with it. Another opportunity for Grand Rapids to get some men forward. Try and grab some of this match back here as we approach the half-hour mark. As again, we see potentially another long throw in here from Grand Rapids. Plenty of men forward. Back out to midfield, though. And that's a misplaced pass. It'll be a throw-in for AFC Ann Arbor. Jihan looking into the middle for Shakely, who turns, trying to go out to the right side. Steven Turnbull does nicely to get away from his defender there, as he breaks going down the right side. Tough to slow up on this wet grass, though. He keeps possession. AZ Liati coming away with it. Goes all the way back to Novotny, and Cawley plays it again out to the left for Jihan. Very comfortable in possession for AFC Ann Arbor. Liati with the flick up, trying to get it around his defender. It'll fall for Gamwanya, though. Into the middle for Breitmeyer. Drop back for Shakely. Well, he looked out to the left side there. Thought about finding Montoya. The winger wasn't on the same page, though, in that particular instance, and it'll be a goal kick here for Grand Rapids. Again, you see the directive coming for the Mighty Oak to leave a few men up there. Not trying to allow any easy passes here this evening. Cawley with a strong header back into the mix. Now Ibarra giving pressure. Ball's cleared out. Turnbull, the strong aerial challenge there to win. Liati drops it back for Shakely. Back into the middle for Gamwanya, who's played well here this evening. Another strong showing so far. Kumu looking to find Montoya coming down the left. A little bit off there with the pass, though. Comfortably handled by Grand Rapids at the back. Again, Breitmeyer giving a little bit of pressure to the goalkeeper as soon as the ball hits the grass. Turnbull heads out of play. It'll be a Grand Rapids throw-in. Not a great deal of fluidity to this match here. A lot of stop and go from both sides. Mighty Oak with a few chances have made the most of them, though, so far. It's 2-0, 33 minutes in. Grand Rapids have a corner kick here now. Their first of the evening. If you're Grand Rapids, you really want to try and make the most of this opportunity. Try and get something back before halftime. Here comes the ball into the box. High, headed toward the back post, but it's Ibarra who clears. Now Liati dropping for Montoya. And it's Ibarra now. As the Mighty Oak look to come on the counterattack. Here's Ibarra charging into the middle. Outside of the boot, looks to find Kyle Breitmeyer going down the right, and he will do so. Breitmeyer across the middle, looking for Montoya. Cleared away. Breitmeyer got his head up early and saw that run. Montoya trying to come to the near post. In the end, it was handled, though, by Grand Rapids. Here come the Mighty Oak again, now with Shakely. Inside for Montoya. Looking out to the left where Jihan has moved forward to the side of the box. Montoya dropping it back for Michael Shakely. As he surveys the field. Looks inside for Breitmeyer. Crowded off the ball. But Serchan does well to find Ibarra. Mighty Oak keep possession, and the pressure stays on here. Gamwanya. Back for Akumu. Ball lost beneath his feet there a little bit. Drops it back for Novotny, though. No trouble. Ibarra looks to play it out to the right. Nice touch from Akumu. He had Liati. Tried to find him. Pass was intercepted, though. Here come Grand Rapids. And Akumu reads it well. Coming out to the left side for Grand Rapids now, looking for a ball into the box. Comes to the top of the box, flicked on. Back post. Novotny with the pressure and the chance. Oh, that was a good opportunity for Grand Rapids. Novotny making himself big. In the end, the chance was high and wide, though. And they were in there. Ball played in behind Sercan Cihan at the left back position. The chance looking to get clipped to the back post there. Goes over the bar. Opportunity missed for Grand Rapids with 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Certainly signs of life still and danger in that Grand Rapids side. First real chance on goal for the visitors here this evening as Steven Turnbull gets up to win the ball. Well, Liati shielded it well, and in the end, gets a little heated there. Has a couple of words for the referee, but ultimately, it'll just be a free kick for the Mighty Oak. Nothing more. Joseph Akumu to take this free kick here. Certainly in no rush to do so. Referee blows the whistle, and Akumu still trying to decide where he'd like to go with it. Staying down the right side, looking for Liati. It's been a good battle there down the right wing. Liati's been a busy man so far. Ball came into the middle. Montoya thought about chasing after it, but decided to leave it. Ball's clipped behind Akumu. He reads it nicely and tries to find Turnbull. Grand Rapids win the ball back, though, now on the left side of the box. Turnbull clears, and Shakely wins the header. Picked off the chest of Breitmeyer, though. Grand Rapids come back and look to have an effort on goal. Well, that one's wide, but again, a good position. Good opportunity to get a shot on target. Unfortunate in the execution at the end of that play. Novotny not troubled in goal.
Take care for sick and injured children. Stop by pediatric emergency doctors. Our team will help your team get back on their feet. That's at St. Joe's Hospital.
Now Novotny trying to push his men out a little bit and send this one long. And he does so going down the left looking for Montoya. Climbs well but doesn't win the header there. Off of Montoya last. It'll be a throw-in for Grand Rapids. Ball falls nicely for Montoya there. Wide for Gian. Plays it all the way back to Novotny. Dangerous one, but Novotny with a great ball to try and find Breitmeyer coming through the middle. Runs a little bit too long, though. Keeper to keeper on that one. Gian tries to step in early and in the end gives away a free kick. Well, we mentioned it early. Sercan Cihan, the German, has been very busy getting forward in the attack, but certainly has his hands full going back as well here in this one this evening. As the sun is out and fully shining here in Ypsilanti. Free kick for Grand Rapids from their right side. Played into the box. Header was won by the Grand Rapids striker there, but it comes off him last and sails out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick here. And again, Novotny switching things up a little bit. He's been content to play it short so far this evening. The last two, he's been looking to go long and maybe release a little bit of pressure here. Grand Rapids been making some more offensive moves for the last couple minutes. Now it's Shakely coming down the right side. Touch a little too heavy, though. In the end, it's off him last. It'll be a throw-in for Grand Rapids. As we enter the 40th minute here, final 5 minutes of the first half. AFC holding on to a 2-0 advantage, thanks to goals from Michael Shakely and Jordan Montoya. Around the 20 and 25-minute mark, respectively. Breitmeyer getting up into that challenge. He was offside, though. Referee hasn't seen it yet. And there's the call. Breitmeyer coming back from an offside position. Free kick taken quickly. Kamwanya with a foot in. Jihan again involved, and Ibarra has to scoop clear. Throw in taken quickly as Montoya tries to join Jihan. Defense down in that corner. Well, it's off the midsection of Jihan there, and he goes down. It'll be a corner kick for Grand Rapids, but he certainly took the full force of that one. Hit him below the belt, it looks like, and he's really feeling it now. Grand Rapids with a good opportunity here as we approach halftime to try and get on the score sheet. You see, they're not trying to waste that opportunity at the moment. 7 in the box for the visitors. Jihan's back up, gingerly jogging that one off. As he heads for the near post. Now the corner comes in from Grand Rapids. Ball towards the back post. Well, it's through everyone. In the end, it's Michael Shakely back doing the defensive work there. Good corner in. Nobody there to attack it at the back post. Long throw in now from the other side. It was off Shakely. Ball into the middle. Akumu heads down. Jihan trying to get involved and clear. Now Liati. Bodies flying everywhere. And in the end, Liati giving up the free kick just on the edge of that box there. Great spot for Grand Rapids, and it looks like it's a yellow card for Azad Liati after that challenge. Two men in the wall here for the Mighty Oak. It's Jihan and Breitmeyer. And again, you see Grand Rapids leaving everybody forward here, trying to grab something back in this one. Novotny and Co. at the back need to be alert. Grand Rapids certainly not a shorter side. Plenty of height across the front and back line. The wall is set, and we're ready to get this free kick into the box here. Comes in low. Nakumu heaves it clear up towards half field. Little respite here for the Mighty Oak. Couple of dangerous minutes there. Grand Rapids still with plenty forward, though. Throw-in comes in. In the end, it goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Novotny. Again, you see Novotny waving off both Colley and Akumu. He seems content to send these along at the moment. Just trying to get the hosts to halftime with the 2-0 advantage intact. This time he looks down the right side. Liati and Turnbull getting involved. In the end, it's a Grand Rapids throw in. Or it was, as shown by the linesman there. In the end, it actually was off Grand Rapids. It will be a throw-in for the Mighty Oak. As we are into stoppage time now here in this first half. Throwing from Stephen Turnbull. Again, looking for Liotti. It's over his head, though. Another throw-in for the Mighty Oak. Ibarra showing in the middle. In the end, Turnbull opts to take it long, going down the wing for Liotti. This time he wins it. Or it looked like he had. Took a touch off the Grand Rapids defender last. Still Turnbull with the throw-in. Takes it into the corner for Liotti. Does nicely to bring that under his spell, but in the end it's lost. Gamwanya now clears. Throw-in for Grand Rapids. So we are heading toward that halftime whistle. So far, Mighty Oak have certainly been in the ascendancy in terms of possession. Grand Rapids with a couple of dangerous opportunities. Were unable to capitalize, though. And it was that man, Michael Shakely, involved on both goals. The Mighty Oak scored. He's been a real threat for the home side as Cawley's pulled down at the back. Good chase there, good pressure from Grand Rapids trying to get out. Clipped on Cawley's heels, though, as the referee calls this one to a halt. Brings it to the end of the first half here. Goals from Michael Shakely and Jordan Montoya. See AFC Ann Arbor with a 2-0 lead here. Turnbull coming down the right side of the box, chipping it in for Michael Shakely to head in to give the Mighty Oak a 1-0 lead. And then it was Shakely turning provider as he found Jordan Montoya streaming down the left-hand side, and Montoya slammed his shot in past. Make it 2-0 on about 25 minutes. Fans, stick around, stick with us. We will be back for the second half here at Cicluna Field. It's 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor over Grand Rapids. Fans, welcome back here to Zacluna Field for the second half NPSL action as AFC Ann Arbor taking on Grand Rapids FC. To remind you, it was Michael Shakely giving the hosts the advantage on about 20 minutes. His headed effort going past everything into the back of the net, and then it was Shakely turning provider for Jordan Montoya coming down the left wing. Montoya with a rifle of an effort into the top corner past the Grand Rapids keeper to make it 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor. We are all set here, and it will be the Mighty Oak. Unchanged side, no substitutions at halftime. Mighty Oak getting us underway here. Coach Rudlin will certainly be happy with the side's performance in the first half. Plenty of possession, made the most of their opportunities going forward when they came. Really only the two efforts. Michael Shakely also picked one up in the middle of the field and did take aim. That was pretty much the only offensive action for AFC in that first half. Breitmeyer standing over this one. Little false start there from the Grand Rapids striker as Breitmeyer drops it back for Shakely, and we are underway. And immediately Shakely looking long down the right-hand side. Too long for anybody, though. Goal kick. As you see Breitmeyer, the captain, directing traffic, bringing Montoya and Liotti a little forward, trying to keep that pressure on. Certainly looks to be the plan to force Grand Rapids to play long. The height in the back line an advantage for the Mighty Oak as you see Jack Cawley winning that header strong. Cawley and Akumu been very busy, both in the air and on the ground so far this evening. Throw in taken. It'll fall for Gamwanya as he's crowded off the ball there in the middle of the field. Touch taken past Stephen Turnbull, but Akumu reads it. Now it's Liotti. Akumu and Liotti linking up well. And it was Ibarra the furthest forward there down the right. Ball doesn't find him, though. Ibarra still with the pressure as Grand Rapids break out of it. Turnbull coming in hard there. He leaves one late. That'll be a free kick for Grand Rapids just inside the AFC half. It was Stephen Turnbull. A little overly aggressive on that one. As Ibarra tries to block ball coming down the left wing. Turnbull sees it out of play. Throw in for AFC. Taken long over the head of Breitmeyer, though. As he digs in and tries to put some pressure on the back line. Cleared by Cawley. Breitmeyer takes an elbow to the back of the head. It'll be a free kick on the halfway line for AFC. Who's going to take this free kick? Has options either side of him. Jihan, Akumu, Turnbull also hugging the touchline here on this near side. Cawley instead looks to play it long for Liotti. Ibarra winning it in the middle, finding Breitmeyer, headed on. Gamwanya nearest to it. Cawley calm in possession, takes it away there, looking to find Breitmeyer. Breitmeyer coming in. Gets in behind the defender, no foul though. It's off Breitmeyer and it's a goal kick now for Grand Rapids. Itching for a goal here in this second half. We've seen the opportunities come, few and far between, but the Mighty Oak made the most of both of their real opportunities. Breitmeyer will be hoping for one of his own here, as it's Montoya pulling the defender back and giving away a free kick. kick was taken short. Header comes, flicked on. Cauley was trying to clear. In the end, he's hit Jahan somewhere in the chest or maybe in the head. Unclear, but Jahan is down. Just unfortunate to be in the way of Jack Cauley there. As we welcome into the booth and into this broadcast, Chairman, AFC Ann Arbor, Bilal Saeed. Bilal, thanks for joining us here.
Oh, pleasure, Michael. Happy to be here. Thanks for doing such a great job so far with our streams.
It's been a pleasure of mine. As you see, looks like Serchan's still down, certainly feeling this one. Bilal, we have a moment here. Over the season, what have you seen from these men as we are here about 5 games into this NPSL season?
Well, I think that in the first half, the thing that I was a little bit concerned about was the conditions were a little bit uneasy to start the game. We got some unexpected rain. The transition from turf to natural grass is always a challenge, I think, just in terms of the speed of play and how that can affect the guy's overall shape. So I was very pleased with the effort in the first half. Especially, I think, with coming off the match at Kalamazoo that ended in a 0-0 draw. We've obviously been strong defensively all season without conceding a goal, but finishing is somewhere where I definitely think we can show some improvement, and those first 2 goals were definitely a step in the right direction.
As it looks like Jahan comes back up and back into the game, seems to be okay after that one. Bilal, I know we had been talking about the emphasis on finishing and really converting on those chances. Only a couple here in the first half, but looks like the Mighty Oak have certainly taken those training sessions to heart and really worked on the finishing here in this one.
Absolutely. It's definitely something that we are prioritizing in terms of, continuing to work on and fine-tuning. But at the end of the day, I'll take quality over quantity, and just really happy with the possession and play from the guys here so far.
Great pressure from Liati there. And the whole front line. Ibarra stepping in to try and win. So you see Gamwanya going forward there. Really forcing a lot here out of the Grand Rapids team, forcing them to play a little bit quicker. Something we didn't necessarily see a lot of in the Milk Cup matchup on Monday. Really coming out strong. Looks like Coach Rudland's directive was go and press them at the back line and try and force some things.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely happy to see AZ come into the mix a bit more too. We saw him early in the season more as a sub, trying to see what he could offer, and today he's getting the start and definitely shows that he can make the difference in a big game like this.
Shakley taken down there in the middle of the field. Well, what have you seen from Michael Shakley here in this one? Certainly seems to have been a difference maker.
The middle of the pitch is an important part, obviously, specifically in terms of chemistry. You want the trio who's in there to be able to work together, be able to advance the ball, make good decisions, and I just feel like the guys are coming into their own, and I think Shakley has been just that partnership between him and Ibarra, especially with Serge in the mix. I think it's just been fantastic today.
Well, here is Shakley now looking over the top for Serge Gamwanya. Or in the end, Montoya. It will fall for Montoya on the left side of the box. Now for Serge. Run coming to the top from Ibarra. He looked to hit it. Won it cleanly, though. No foul. Ball coming out to the right side now. Here's Liati looking to put one into the middle. Good ball. Headed clear only as far as Liati. He decides to leave it, though. It's a throw-in for AFC. Very deep in opposition territory here. Looks like it'll be Steven Turnbull to take this one. As Ibarra makes himself available. It's dropped all the way back for Akumu. Now Liati tries to touch around his defender.
He's been super active on the ball today, just both defensively when he needs to and trying to create chances for the team.
Turnbull turns away and plays it out to Serchan Jihan. AZ with a couple of goals already this season. He'll want one this evening as well. Well, I know we've seen a lot of changes to the side over the last couple of weeks, and you got a couple of guys going out for an extended period. When you look at Frenchie and you look at some of the guys, Yuri, who's going to be involved in this tournament here for the next couple of weeks. But what have you seen from the guys filling in? You look at guys like Jack Cauley. What are you liking from them so far here?
Well, first, I think, it's great to see the depth that this roster has and that Coach Rudlin's built in. He's obviously got some great experience at this level of soccer, and he knows what it takes to win and compete at a high level day in and day out. And I think having a deep roster is the beginning. But to be able to just move guys in and out, it doesn't work that easy. There needs to be a good chemistry, there needs to be an understanding, ability to communicate and work together. And definitely from our center backs, we've shown that game in and game out that we can put Jack in there with Okumu or Frenchie or Breno, and those guys are all finding ways to gel and work together, and it's been fantastic to see.
Both have been very active at the back here this evening, Okumu and Cawley, as Turnbull runs out of room there.
He's been active tonight. It's been nice to see him just absolutely aggressive up the right side, make some runs there. He's definitely been effective, and hope to see what he can do here in the next 35.
Breitmeyer read that one, almost able to bring it down into his own path. It was Turnbull who, in the first half on the stroke of 20 minutes, took it to the end line and played a beautiful cross in for Shakely to head past the Grand Rapids keeper. Nice to see Turnbull with an extended run in the side. At that right back position, it'll be a corner here. Grand Rapids pressing out and making moves.
This is where you love the height of both Okumu and Cawley in that box.
Ball comes in. Outswinger. Bouncing around, Novotny in the end does well to keep it out. Dangerous opportunity there for Grand Rapids. It's a bit of a scrum. A little bit looking like a rugby play there, but in the end it's Novotny able to keep his wits about him with the sure hands and grab the ball. He looks to set things off the other way now for the Mighty Oak.
The most impressive thing about Novotny this season, without a doubt, has been his ability to stay focused when he has large gaps of little to no action. To be able to make a save, 0-0 against Kalamazoo in the 89th, 90th minute without having a shot on target, this is the type of guy he's been showing us match, day in and day out.
Leotti there a little bit aggressive. Certainly has been an impressive showing from Novotny throughout this early season so far here in 2018. I know that Coach Rudlin will be hoping for a lot more of that. It certainly does start. Some of that stability starts right up the spine. You have the keeper, the center backs, central midfielders. Those partnerships become crucial, especially late in the season. Start playing some tougher teams away from home, and Novotny looks to be the man for the job as Breitmeyer takes a touch away there. Grand Rapids handle, though. Breitmeyer giving some pressure, forcing the keeper to try and dribble around him. In the end, he does so successfully. Breitmeyer's been running his socks off tonight. Turnbull lays it off inside for Gamwanya.
Just look at the shape between Ibarra, Surge, and Shakely in the middle, and how they're filling in for each other, and it's just been fantastic today how they've that partnership in the middle. Super active, really controlling the play in the middle for pretty much the entire match.
I know it's something that we touched on a little bit when we were talking earlier. Coach Rudlin certainly loves to have that fluidity in the midfield three. Likes players that are versatile and can play with both feet, play in either position, doing the dirty work defensively or getting involved in the attack going forward. Certainly we've seen that from the three involved tonight here, Ibarra, Shakely, and Serge Gamwanya. Very good to see those partnerships forming early on, and the comfortability certainly seems to be there for all of these guys as you look across the field here this evening.
Absolutely, and the best way to develop chemistry, there's only so much chemistry you can develop in the training grounds. Getting that actual match play in together, that's where you build trust, and you can absolutely see that these guys are feeling more and more comfortable with each other as each match goes on.
It looks like there's been a yellow card issued here to the Grand Rapids defender, the captain. Unclear possibly for dissent there. Had a few words with the referee. Doesn't seem to be anything too out of the ordinary, out of the natural run of play. Looks like it'll be a free kick here, though, for the Mighty Oak. Jack Cawley and Serchan Jihan standing over this one. Serchan leaves it. It'll be Jack Cawley to take. And again, we see Mighty Oak with everybody in the opposition half. Hawley plays into the middle for Shakely. Shakely looks out to the right side for Liotti. Little too long for him, though, and again, you may see some of those on the turf over at Skyline stay in play. Today on the wet grass, ball just skips right out of play. Shakely gives away a free kick in the middle there. Taken quickly by Grand Rapids. Good pressure from Gamwanya. Ball going out to Grand Rapids' right side now. Montoya really just sticking to him like glue there. Touched into the middle, shot comes in, deflected, away by Turnbull, off the post. Jahan trying to get back. Tackles, wins well, finds Gamwanya. Now the Mighty Oak look to try and break. Just a little too far, though. Giving away a throw-in. Grand Rapids keeping the pressure on. Akumu sweeps clear.
Looked like Stanley just slipped, lost his footing there a little bit on that, opened up that opportunity for them in the six-yard box. But sometimes a little luck helps on your side, and glad we can keep that scoreline 2-0.
Certainly was a good chance for Grand Rapids to get one goal back here in this one, but in the end, the post, the best friend of Novotny and co. at the back for AFC Ann Arbor. It remains a 2-0 advantage for the Mighty Oak as we enter the final half hour of play here at Cicluna Field on what has turned out to be a beautiful night here, Bilal. It was pouring earlier when we kicked off this one.
Yeah, it's been a weird day weather-wise, that's for sure. Went from looking like clear skies to a storm cell moving in, but I'm just happy we're able to avoid that any sort of delay, and looks like the sun is shining now.
Seems to be the case that the weird weather follows the Mighty Oak here at Cicluna Field. It was reminiscent of a U.S. Open Cup match where it was similar weather. Started off fine, clear skies, rain started to pour in the first half and ended up clearing up towards the end of the second half as well. So maybe it's something about this field, but either way, the Mighty Oak hold on to a 2-0 advantage here. Sunny skies in Ann Arbor.
Well, it's not just this field. On Monday, we were at Skyline with umbrellas blocking the sun. Today, we got umbrellas blocking the rain, so can't catch a break when it comes to the weather here. But still beautiful facility. Love to be playing our matches out here, and we're able to use this as a backup facility to Skyline due to availability. And folks at EMU have just been super accommodating and really done a just fantastic job of keeping this pitch a beautiful playing surface. So we're excited to be here, and we're excited to finish out the rest of our season at Skyline.
As you see the Mighty Oak now trying to reassert some dominance and get back on possession here, get back on the ball. It was Turnbull intercepting and coming away with it.
It's the first of 4 matches over this weekend and the next weekend that are just super crucial. We've got Grand Rapids tonight, obviously. We travel at Columbus on Sunday. And then a big weekend hosting the Torrent at home on Friday, and then at Detroit City on Sunday, June 10th. So these 4 matches together are really going to play into the overall results for the entire season. And I think both Coach Rudlin has been stressing that at training, day in and day out. And you can see it here tonight on the pitch, just how much the guys want to take home these points with them.
Certainly seems to be a bit of a swing week here in this NPSL campaign. We've seen already from Torrent on the road, Detroit City at home. Columbus still a new opponent for us at this stage in the season. What do you see on the scouting report from Columbus?
So definitely some athletic strikers up top. We were able to watch a little bit of their match at Detroit, and I think they surprised a few teams in the conference. Anytime there's a new team or an expansion team, I think teams tend to underestimate the new talent, and that wasn't the case with FC Columbus. They definitely showed that they belong in this league, and they're out here trying to earn results. So we're going to go in prepared and look to steal 3 points on the road Sunday.
It's been a successful start to the campaign for the Mighty Oak here so far. A couple of road matches and a couple of important victories and good performances. You see Breitmeyer getting on the ball there in the middle of the field. As the new entrant to this match, Odiambo on the ball now, coming down the right side. He does well to lay it off. On the overlap, Turnbull into the middle. Ball cleared only as far as Ibarra does well to keep possession.
Great build-up play there by the guys. Just a unlucky touch from Turnbull to find that final pass to the middle, but great build-up. It's definitely what you want to see from your sub, Chris, just stepping on the pitch and helping develop a play and create another opportunity for the Mighty Oak.
He replaced Azad Liadi, like-for-like substitution. Both pacey wingers. Love to get forward, get the ball out of their feet early on and try and put an effort on target. We'll be looking to see some of that from Chris here as this match develops. Now it's Ibarra in the middle, playing it out wide to the right side for Breitmeyer. Breitmeyer will cut it back, just taking his time. Goes all the way back for Stephen Turnbull. Ibarra looks to switch the play towards the left side as Cauley sends Jihan up down the left wing. And again, something we've certainly seen so far this season, the spacing between the center backs when in possession. You look at Akumu and Cauley, almost out as wide as the touch lines. Ball into the middle there. Novotny comes out and reads it well. Boy, that was an important interception. Bad giveaway from Shakely. He apologizes, and in the end, it was Novotny with the strong hands to keep it out. Could have been a route back into this match for Grand Rapids.
Yeah, definitely need to stay sharp here and focused for the last 25. That's the last thing you want to do is give up a goal, let Grand Rapids back into this game here.
Shakely's hardly put a foot wrong all night. Unfortunate to see that pass read. Novotny coming out again. He's been busy. Little clash of knees there. Looks to be all right. Grand Rapids throw in. And again, you mentioned it. Novotny been good when called upon. It's been few and far between the chances for Grand Rapids, but he's certainly been living up to the test when he's been called upon here.
You know, we've seen a lot of weird in-between balls over the last few matches that he really has to make some absolutely smart decisions on whether to come out and attack that ball or sit in and trust that his center back's going to take care of him. And we've seen pretty much him bat 100% there and make the correct decision. And I think that shows his experience and his maturity in net, and obviously a big reason of why we've yet to concede a goal in league play.
Well, it's a bit of a curse of the commentator there as we were discussing the spacing between the center backs, and Grand Rapids look to exploit, but it certainly speaks to the trust Coach Rudlin has in this back line to send those wide players, those wing back players, up further up the pitch when the Mighty Oak are in possession and look to try and exploit. We know he likes to get some pacey wingers who try and utilize those channels. One of whom, Chris Odiambo, on the ball there. Now Grand Rapids looking to make a move coming down the left. Turnbull did well to play him offside. It'll be a free kick for the Mighty Oak. Again, see that early unity in the back line forming. Turnbull hears the shout from Akumu and just gives him that step. Plays the opposition attacker offside. Well read from the right back.
Michael, you've had a chance to see Ibarra play at Michigan this fall, and now here with us for a few matches. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen that you like from him and the growth that you've seen in him.
Absolutely. I mean, Ibarra is a player, very young player, Ann Arbor native, and plays a very similar position for both the University of Michigan and AFC Ann Arbor here early on in this 2018 campaign. What I like about Ibarra's play is his ability to slot in between the back line and the midfield. Certainly provides that extra layer of cover and protection in defense, but is not shy about having a hit when he gets an opportunity going forward and likes to link up and get involved in the attack as well. Call him a typical box-to-box midfielder. Big, strong, stands about 6 foot tall. Certainly not the kind of guy who gets muscled off the ball well, and for me, he provides a very important piece to this AFC Ann Arbor side, and you can easily understand why at just about 20 years old, Coach Rudlin has put so much faith in him. He's an outstanding player for his age and for his level of experience. We hope to see more of the same from Ibarra.
The maturity he's shown for his age has just been unbelievable. I mean, he's an experienced player, and obviously gets caught in a situation where you need to take a foul, but I actually think that's a mature play he just did right there. I mean, he was trying to commit the foul to stop anything from happening, but he's just shown in every match he's shown a step in the right direction to becoming a better player. But you were mentioning about his size. He definitely looks a little bit bigger than the fall. I think he's been hitting the weight room a bit, and I think you can see how that's helped him on the ball.
Coming in early on in that season for U of M, I was fortunate enough to be able to cover that side, and you certainly saw Ibarra understanding early on that there was a different pace to the game than what he was accustomed to, a different physicality as well. And over that season and already between then and now, you've seen, certainly it seems that he's developing that physicality of his game, be it in the weight room or out on the field. Certainly not afraid of getting stuck in. Free kick comes in looking down the left side. It's behind everybody. Goal kick for Novotny. U of M making a tournament run as well. That certainly helps with adding to the experience for Ibarra. And again, we love seeing Ann Arbor guys getting involved in the local club and able to add something and contribute early on. Ibarra has certainly done that. He scored a screamer away at Milwaukee on the half volley from just outside the box. Like I mentioned, not known as a goal scorer, Bilal, but he certainly has a knack for scoring important big goals. As you see Michael Shakely coming off. And it's Kayo who comes in here for the Mighty Oak. He's going to slot in to that Mighty Oak midfield. Is the Brazilian.
Substitution for AFC Ann Arbor in game number 5, Kayo, replacing number 13, Michael Shakely.
Chris Odiambo making moves now down the right-hand side. Gets himself into a good position. Cuts it back. Oh, and unfortunate to slip there on the wet grass. He had his defender on the ropes, only as far as Ibarra, though.
Maybe one too many touches there for Chris, but definitely showing some great pace up the wing. Love to see his energy off the bench as a sub here in the second half.
He had worked the space and was trying to look inside for a teammate, but just slipped at the last moment. Here's the new entrant into this one, Kyle. As the Grand Rapids defender picks him off, and now he's going up the field here up the right-hand side, tries to take it past Cauley. Cauley reads it well, though, strong in the tackle.
It's a proper English center back tackle there, if you will, Michael. Love seeing that guy play sometimes, man. He's super active, always talking to the guys, and oh man, he just adds something to the team that helps bring everyone together. You can see it in plays like that where he was not going to lose that ball.
For a guy standing at about 6'4" or so, certainly a broad-shouldered guy, and as we mentioned, very strong, but nimble when he has to be. And again, not afraid to get pulled out to the wings and be in a one-on-one situation. He often comes out on top in those anyway. Here's Akumu intercepting. Odiambo in the middle. He'll play it out wide now for Turnbull. Ibarra in a little bit of space. Again, we see Mighty Oak trying to settle things down a little bit, playing more of a possession-oriented game at this point, with just about 17 or so minutes to go here in this one. Surge trying to turn it into the middle for Breitmeyer. Two were on a different page, though. Grand Rapids now coming down the left-hand side. Akumu. Ball touched away. Novotny coming out. Novotny makes the save. Well, again, Novotny forced into action there, but he does well when called upon. Odiambo wins a free kick for the Mighty Oak.
Again, I think that was a perfect situation we were just describing of that difficult, right, that in-between balls. Like Stanley was there, positioned quite well, just kind of lost that touch and that footing, and Mike really had to react quickly and come out to make that play. But just fantastic work from Novotny in that.
As the season develops, we'll surely see that communication, spoken or unspoken, develop as Odiambo sprays it out to the left-hand side for Montoya. Now Montoya on his right with the effort. Good shot from Montoya. And boy, with that first goal, you bet on him to get his second. Unfortunate not to see that one end up in the back of the net for the Mighty Oak.
Good to see him not cut that back to his left and just smash that with his right, see what he could do. Almost on frame there, definitely put a little bit of scare back into the GR side here as they've been on the front foot here for the last few. Good to see the Mighty Oak reaching the final third and creating some chances as well here.
As you see Akumu there. Conversation with the referee, he's shown a yellow card. Felt a little aggrieved that that challenge was whistled as a foul at all. And it was the conversation with the referee that sees him go into the book. Free kick for Grand Rapids now. Dead center from about 45 or so yards out. And as we prepare for this free kick, Bilal, I want to thank you for coming on to the broadcast here.
You know, I don't know if I'll always get time to join in, but it was a lot of fun to join you today and watch a little bit of the game for a change. And again, keep up the great work, Michael. We're happy to have you, and we're really thrilled at the work you're doing for the club.
Appreciate it, Bilal. Always a pleasure to have Bilal Saeed, chairman of AFC Ann Arbor, on board with us here. Hopefully he'll get to watch a little bit of the remainder of this match here with about 15 minutes to go. Grand Rapids making moves now. Kumu thought about dropping it back to Novotny. Instead, he tries to take it to the touchline and clears. Great pressure from Kayo coming out in the middle there. Now it's Odiambo giving chase. Again, Mighty Oak trying to move forward as much as possible whenever they have the chance. Serge Gamwanya in the midfield. Looks like there's a couple of substitutions coming into the match here for Grand Rapids. Unclear exactly what the call was for there, if it was a handball or a free kick, or perhaps the play had resumed too quickly for the referee's liking, as the visitors look to make a couple of subs and try and inject some pace into the side here. Some attacking threat. And in the end, it's a drop ball. A little bit of sportsmanship here from Grand Rapids. Always nice to see that. Ball goes back for Novotny, and play resumes. Strange to see the referee whistle for substitutes to come in the middle of play. Don't see that too often, usually waiting for the ball to go out of play, but nonetheless, we carry on. Here's Kayo, finding Odiambo on the right-hand side. Ball coming into the box, finds the feet of Gamwanya. Looking to play in Kayo behind the defense. A little too long, ball runs out of play, but you see the idea there. Good link up. Kyle been making some positive moves when he's been on the ball so far. Only been in for a handful of minutes. Ball coming down the right side. Grand Rapids giving chase, but in the end it's too long. Throw in for AFC. Serchan Jihan taking the throw. Thought about dropping it back. In the end, he'll go forward with it. He's looking for Breitmeyer. Doesn't find him, though. Pressure coming from Grand Rapids now. Jihan and Gamwanya clearing. Kayo looking out right for Chris Odiambo. Great ball. That'll stay in play. Odiambo making moves down the right now. Looks for the ball into the box. Saw Breitmeyer. Saw Gamwanya. It's Serge. With the effort, it's looping up. Over the goal. Certainly didn't make the cleanest connection. Gamwanya thought he'd have a go anyway.
All the remaining home matches will be played. Mighty Oak will face the Milwaukee Torque with kickoff set for 7 p.m. Bring your gently used equipment.
Well, as we have right around 13 minutes left here at Cicluna Field, it's 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor. Again, goals through Michael Shakely and Jordan Montoya. Montoya still on the field. Oh, wide on that left-hand side. Shakely made way for the Brazilian, Kayo. As we see a couple of subs for the Mighty Oak up and warming up, possibly coming in. It looks like Moko Watson and Alec Lasinski potentially getting ready to check into this one. And Jack Cawley not too happy about something over there near the benches, as it looks like Serchan Jihan, who's down. Or rather, Turnbull. Excuse me, it is the goal scorer Montoya there on the far side of the field. Well, Montoya's been brought out of this one. Alec Lisinski entering in. And now Moko Watson making his way into the match as well.
AFC Ann Arbor substitution in the game, number 18, Moko Watson. Replacing number 12, Serge Gamwanya.
We saw Moko Watson playing at the center back position on Monday. Had a strong performance alongside Jack Cawley against Oakland County FC. Showing his versatility today, he checks in place of Serge Gamwanya in the middle of the field. We've also seen him take up a much wider position as well, so you see the trust there from Rutland early on in this season to go to Moko Watson. As he takes up position alongside Kaio and Mark Ibarra in the middle of the field. Now it's a throw-in for Grand Rapids, deep in AFC territory as we approach the final 10 minutes of play at Cicluna Field. Throw-in comes in long. Falls at the top of the box. The shot's going to come in. Deflected off of Jack Cawley at the end of it. Corner for Grand Rapids. At the end of the day, the Mighty Oak do enough to sweep it clear, but not able to release the pressure at the moment. You see Lisinski and Jihan on either post for Novotny. Corner comes in. Into the middle. Novotny with the punch. Looks like he was bumped into. It'll be a free kick. And again, Novotny showing his strength, comfortability at being called on, no matter what his involvement in the match. As Novotny goes to take, scooping it over the Grand Rapids striker who stayed up for that goal kick. Ibarra heads down for Odiambo. He overran it a little bit. Pressure coming from Kaio, winning well. Now it's Breitmeyer linking up with Kaio. Oh, unfortunate for Kaio there, not able to get his foot on the ball. Good link-up play between the striker and the midfielder in that instance. Breitmeyer giving pressure now. Throw in for AFC. Well, Grand Rapids thought they had a throw in there. In the end, it's a very confused Grand Rapids defender pleading his case. Referee says no, and it'll be Turnbull to take the throw in. Ball deflected off of Chris Odiambo. High up into the air. Moko Watson back into the mix. Breitmeyer trying to get up and win. Watson again. Now it's Odiambo. In for Breitmeyer. Tries to play the 1-2. Shepherded off the ball, and in the end, referee spotted it. It'll be a free kick for AFC Ann Arbor in a good position, right side of the box here. Well, Odiambo has been a threat ever since entering into this one. It looks like it'll be Cawley and Ibarra over it. The two in conversation. Will it be the left foot of Cawley or the right foot of Ibarra? Cawley goes for it. Well, it wasn't far away from the center back. Confidence for him to step up and try and take that one. And he wasn't very far off. Big header comes flicked all the way through for Novotny. He's left with no choice but to heave it upfield. Odiambo doing well to keep it in play and bring it under his control. Kaio with a nice cutback. He's crowded off it though. Ibarra giving a lot of pressure in the middle of the field. Grand Rapids come away with it. Cawley getting up rising over the defender to win the header. Now Moko Watson. Breitmeyer coming back deep into his own half to get involved. Watson drops it for Cawley. Anywhere will do at the moment for the Mighty Oak. Trying to scramble that one clear. As expected, Grand Rapids really trying to step on the gas with about 5 minutes remaining or so here in Ypsilanti. It's 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor. Jack Cawley whistled. It'll be a free kick for Grand Rapids. Certainly not what anybody wearing white this evening would like to see. Referee saw something he didn't like, though. Perhaps the hands of Cawley on the back of the defender. In the end, Jack Cawley shown the yellow card for that one. Two men in the wall for the Mighty Oak. Alec Lasinski and Serchan Jihan as the referee marches them back to 10 yards. Grand Rapids with everybody forward now. Ball comes in. Novotny went for the punch. In the end, the Grand Rapids striker heads over the bar. Good opportunity gone begging there. Novotny came out strong. In the end, the defender, the attacker for Grand Rapids rather, snuck in front of him and got his head to it. As Coach Rudland and the Mighty Oak breathe a sigh of relief. Novotny goes long. Kayo certainly thought he was fouled there in the middle of the field. Referee says no. Ibarra coming now, doing the defensive duties, and in the end, it's Kayo giving away a free kick. Well, he's not happy about that one. And another opportunity now for Grand Rapids to get some numbers forward. 87th minute. Ball comes in towards the back post. And in the end, oh, it went through everybody. It's out for a goal kick, though, for AFC. As you see some conversations, a little bit of separation there. Jihan stepping in to have a chat with Cawley, telling him to cool off. Cawley, a very physical player, not afraid of a challenge. Certainly not a hothead, but doesn't mind getting aggressive in his matches. His style of play suits it well. Novotny looking for Lasinski. It's over his head, though. Grand Rapids come down, and it's Cawley who clears. So he urges everybody in white forward. Mighty Oak sitting back now. Here comes Lasinski, though. Lasinski gets the deflection. Now Lasinski and Breitmeyer breaking out, trying to put some pressure on. Only as far as Ibarra. He heads down looking for Kayo. Kayo out wide for Odiambo. Into the box. Odiambo to the back post for Lasinski. Effort comes in. Wide of that far post, though. And there you see the danger lies in the wings for the Mighty Oak. It was Odiambo. Kayo did well to find him in the middle of the field, and Odiambo took it into the box, crossed it to the back post, and it was Lasinski on the end of it. Akumu with the sliding challenge to clear now as Grand Rapids streamed forward again. And it looks like this one will be another long throw in for Grand Rapids. As we see 7 or so in the box. Throw-in comes in. Cawley heads clear. Danger not away, though. Lasinski putting the pressure on. Ball comes out. Well, the cross was faked there. Jihan reads it, though. He and Ibarra trying to clear, and in the end, it's Lisinski looking to back in. He gives away a free kick, though. Free kick now for Grand Rapids, right side of the box. They're looking to take it quickly as we enter into the 90th minute of play. Here comes the free kick, flicked on. It's over everyone and over the goal. Goal kick for Novotny. No trouble there. Well, Grand Rapids will look at some of these opportunities from set pieces laid on, and some questions have to be asked. Novotny's been terrific when called upon, though, in goal for the Mighty Oak, keeping the visitors out on a number of occasions. Not only that, one-on-one occasions for the most part, as Grand Rapids breaking through the Mighty Oak back line, but Novotny stayed big and has kept them out through 90 minutes here at Scicluna Field. Grand Rapids looking to come forward again. Moko Watson wins the header. Now Cawley. Cawley takes a knock. No foul, though. Looking up for Breitmeyer, who wins it. He was trying to just play it into the corner. In the end, it's a throw-in for Grand Rapids. We are into stoppage time here now. It's 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor against Grand Rapids FC. Moko Watson with the header. He's been involved. Coach Redden liked the height in midfield over that of Serge Gamwanya for the final minutes here. Ball on the left side, looked to be crossed in. Akumu reads it well and clears. Watson with the header, trying to find anybody in white. Doesn't do so, though. Pressure still there from Grand Rapids. Ball goes out to the right side. Jihan tries to win, unable to do so in the end. Grand Rapids had a few strikers in an offside position. Goal kick for Novotny. Novotny looking to take his time here with this one and see this match through. As he takes it long and tries to find some open green space down the right wing. Grand Rapids win it, though. Now Cawley. Bit of pinball here in the middle of the park. Jihan plays it inside for Moko Watson. He saw Kayo, but it's too long. Grand Rapids have a throw-in now, taken quickly. Ball played into the middle. Cawley heads clear. His neck will be sore after this one. He's been very active in the air. Lisinski gets chopped down on the left side. It'll be a free kick for AFC Ann Arbor. Good work from the substitute here late on. And it looks like it will be Lisinski to take this free kick as the referee tells them to get play underway. He's looking out to the right side. Grand Rapids keeper reads it well, though. Here come the men in blue. Ibarra back playing defense. And Kayo tries to shield him off the ball. In the end, he gives away another free kick late on here, though. Free kick comes in quickly into the box. Cawley getting up to head away well. Lisinski in the air. Header comes in. Another great opportunity for Grand Rapids. Spurned as the header sails over Novotny's bar. There's no force field, but Novotny has done well to keep the ball out of the back of the net here this evening as we approach the final moments of this one. Novotny looking for Breitmeyer. It falls for Odiambo, and he'll just play it into the corner for Kayo to chase. Kayo blocks it. Almost won the ball there. Moko Watson now in the middle. He gives it away, though. As Cawley heads clear, Grand Rapids have a few men forward now. Still trying to get something out of this game, even if it's a consolation at this point, and now it's a free kick for the Mighty Oak. So it looked like Serchan Jihan, who was dragged back there, over at the left back position. He's had a very busy game, Serchan Jihan, the German, but he's done quite well to handle that pressure coming in from Grand Rapids' right side. As Novotny plays it very long, almost connecting with Breitmeyer. It's off the back of his head, though. Akumu and Cauley now. Cauley takes a touch away from his defender, and he'll just play it out as the referee brings this one to a halt. All 3 points in the bag for AFC Ann Arbor, thanks to first half goals from Michael Shakely and Jordan Montoya. As this one finishes at Cicluna Field here, 2-0 for AFC Ann Arbor against Grand Rapids FC, as the Mighty Oak remain undefeated in NPSL play, taking their tally now to 13 points after 5 matches, 4 wins and 1 draw. Michael Shakely very involved in both goals, scoring the first. Stephen Turnbull crossing into the box, taking it all the way to the end line, and played in a perfect ball for Michael Shakely to head past the Grand Rapids keeper. 5 minutes later, it was Michael Shakely turning provider, finding Jordan Montoya down the left, and Montoya made no mistake about it. He slammed the ball past the Grand Rapids keeper to double the advantage. In the end, it's the difference. Fans, thanks for being with us for this one. AFC Ann Arbor 2, Grand Rapids FC 0. I'm your host, Michael Kreutzma. We will see you next time.